Okay, let's look at the unique and other set logic. Okay. Now we did this in list comprehension, or I mean list problem. Okay, so now the same thing is available here in NumPy. So I'm going to take these names. Okay, take that names list. I'm sorry, names array. So this is an NP array. Right. And let's. Okay, so we have names. Now, if you want the unique names, okay, what are the unique names? Like when you do a set, okay, if you have a list and you convert that into a set, remember all the duplicates are taken out and you get back the unique values. Okay, so you can achieve that by using unique. Okay, no, that's not. Okay, so it's an NP function, so you do NP unique, all right, NP dot unique, and then you say names, so it will give you an array of just the unique names. Okay. Now, it also has one more. It doesn't give you unique NP unique, just gives you the unique names. It doesn't tell you how often each of these unique names occur in the array, right? It doesn't tell you how many times Bob, how many times Joe, and so on. And there is another, well, the same function, but there is a another option here, and that is return counts. Return counts, you say it's true. If you say return counts is true, then it will give you two arrays back. It will give you the unique values as one array back, and there is another array that gives you the count. Okay. So if you want to capture these two in separate variables, you have to give two variable names on the right side. So like unames and namefrec, for example. Okay. So you give two, so it'll the two objects that are returned are now captured into these two variables. So now if you say unames, it will give you the unique names, and then if you print namefrec, it will give you the frequency. Okay. Let's look at one more example. So this time let's use integers, NP array, and we'll give a list, and okay, list of integers. Okay. So now if you say nums and nfrec equal to np unique ints, and then we have to say return counts is true. So this is how you can create a frequency distribution. So now you will have the unique values and then the frequency corresponding with the unique values. Okay, now if you have the ends, I'm sorry, nums, and then n frac. Now if you want to print this, how would you do that? See, if you say nums, okay, so it starts with 0, right? Nums 0 will be the first number. If you say nums 2, okay, so that will be that number. Okay, and similarly, if you say n frac, okay, say 2, so that will give you n frac f is uppercase. Okay, so we can now print like this, right? Print an f string. Okay, nums say 0, n frac zero, okay. Well, I don't need a comma there. Okay. So that gives us the first item. But we want to automate this and go through all of them, so we can do a for, okay, okay, so now what should, how many, we have to provide what to iterate on. So I needs to iterate on what? I need to iterate on one of these two objects, either nums or n frac. Both are the, it's the same size. Okay, let's say that we want to iterate on nums. We want to go through the nums, the first item, the second item, the third item, the fourth item, and so on. Right? So how do we know how many items are there in nums? How can we find that? What function will give you the size of nums? Okay, we know length of nums will do that. Okay, but we want the numbers starting from 0 up to that point. So we can't just simply say I in length of nums. Okay, length of nums is one number value. So it's going to say the length is 4. Okay, so what we want is the range. So if you say, so like if you do range, okay, so that's giving you an iterator, range 0 to 4, right? So that's what we have to use here, range okay. So now you need to indent. So now that for will iterate over the length of the num, and then here instead of 0 we have to use the index number I. Okay, so that's giving you the frequency distribution, technically speaking. Now you have to format it a little bit better. So let's put a title on top. So print number frequency. Okay. So then that's going to look something like this. And then you use the formats available. Okay, so here we can say that should be centered, say 5. I should have a colon to separate the value from the format. Okay, so that's going to do that part. And then here I can just pad spaces like that. So that will do it too. Okay. Or I can, oops. Or I can specify width. Okay, so like that. So unique, np.unique. It's a NumPy function. np.unique will give you the unique values, and then if you specify return count equal to true, you're going to get your frequencies.